19 North Dakota lawmakers met today to discuss studies that will be carried out in between legislative sessions. One looks at the membership of the Industrial Commission and the Board of University and School Lands. It specifically would study whether adding the Agriculture Commissioner to the Land Board creates a conflict of interest. Reporter Maddie Biertemple has more on the controversy.
Interests of rural and urban legislators clashed during discussion over whether the Ag Commissioner should have a seat on the Land Board.
A cornerstone of our state is agriculture. And when you have all these assets and land assets and all the monies that are being taken care of by the Land Board, I think it's important to have that representation on there.
Edinburgh Senator and farmer Jana Myrdal says adding the commissioner would give rural constituents greater representation in government. Currently, the governor, secretary of state, superintendent of public instruction, state treasurer, and attorney general sit on the board. But newly passed legislation requires a study of whether to add the Ag Commissioner as a sixth member. North Dakota is an agriculture state, which is why some lawmakers say the Ag Commissioner should sit on the Land Board. But others say it creates a conflict of interest.
Putting the Ag Commissioner on the Land Board would mean that all three members of the Industrial Commission are now present on the Land Board. So you're basically embedding one commission into another. And that could create some conflicts of interest because the two groups have different objectives sometimes.
Hansen says having the entire Industrial Commission on the board could be a conflict of interest, considering the Industrial Commission oversees the Bank of North Dakota. Hazelton Representative and rancher Jeff Magrum says he supports the addition.
We have a direct connection to the Land Board where we'd have an advocate for our people because it does affect us in a huge way. Our family does rent some of the state land, so it would be beneficial to people like us to have an advocate for us on the state Land Board.
The proposal to add the Ag Commissioner came after ranchers became frustrated with leasing auctions that moved online due to the pandemic. That switch was made without any agricultural input on the board, input that Myrdal says she's trying to add.
We are less and less represented, obviously. Bismarck, Grand Forks, Minot, Williston, Fargo have more lawmakers than us, so we have to be a little louder than the lawmakers in the urban areas. But once again, North Dakota is an agricultural state, and that's kind of my mission, to keep pounding on that issue.
The state's constitution sets the membership of the Land Board, so any changes have to be approved by ballot measure. If lawmakers next session do decide to amend the Land Board's membership, it'll be in the hands of voters to have the final say. Reporting in Bismarck for KX News, Maddie Biertemple.
The Land Board was established in North Dakota in 1889 and has only changed membership one time to switch out the state auditor for the state treasurer. It's been at its current makeup since 1987. It could cause